Now the panel, Brad Hirschfield, author of You Don't Have to Be Wrong for Me to Be Right, and Adam Thompson, senior partner at the law offices of Adam Thompson and talk show host as well. All right, let me start with you, Adam. Donald Trump said that yes, skipping the debate might have hurt him in Iowa, but he would do it again. But of course, he also said today he blasted Ted Cruz for what he alleges Cruz did to Ben Carson. There's some members of Cruz's staff saying that Carson was dropping out based on a CNN report that CNN says didn't mean that. It's a whole mishmash, but the war of words heating up, not calming down.
Well, you know, he has a legitimate point, Donald Trump. If one person running for office is putting out patently false information about another candidate, and what bigger statement can you put out about a candidate that they're going to close shop and they're going to drop out of the race? So then people that might have supported that candidate will say, well, if he's not going to be in it, I'll throw my support to someone else, which then directs and misdirects different voters to go different paths, and that affects the outcome. Donald Trump didn't lose by much in this campaign in Iowa, and maybe some of those voters would have went for him instead of going towards Ted Cruz because they thought Ben Carson was dropping out. So I would make a point of it, and I think it's fair, and Ben Carson's camp should be furious about it if it's true.
Well, they are, and they got an apology from Cruz. Brad, what about Trump's claim that the results should be negated and there should be a new election in Iowa or the delegates be dispersed?
Everything Adam just said is true, and that second set of claims, they should disperse the candidates and call back the results, is absurd. In fact, the one thing that Cruz did really appropriately today in responding to the allegations that Trump made was say that once again it points to Donald Trump's inability to absorb from and learn from defeat. Instead, he lashes out insanely. The truth is, him lashing out and saying these should be called back was as silly as when Sanders went on and said, well, I lost delegates on a coin toss. That can't be right, except that is the system by which they play in Iowa. So while what happened with suggesting that that he was dropping out was not appropriate.
Carson, yeah.
It's not fraud, and Donald behaved miserably. What he should do is move on to New Hampshire, where he's holding at 38%, may even tick up, and is looking at a very strong finish.
38% lead, 14 for Cruz, Rubio at 12 in the latest Channel 7 UMass Lowell, New Hampshire poll. And on the Democrat side, it's Sanders 61-32. And as we mentioned earlier, Rick Santorum out of the race, and of course, and Paul out of the race. Yesterday, it was Mike Huckabee out of the race. Let me ask you about the Democrat side. 30 seconds each. Adam, Hillary Clinton. It's been brought up now, and Bernie Sanders pointed out. She said she's a progressive who likes to get things done at Iowa after she won the caucus. And now, just late last year, she's on tape saying, am I a moderate? Yes, I'm guilty. I'm a moderate. So how does she square that?
Listen, she's going to change the conversation and dialogue depending who's listening, where the polls are going, and what she thinks is going to put her over the top. It's getting to the point that you almost can't listen to a word that's coming out of her mouth.
Absolutely.
Bernie should call her on it, and he should hold her to her word.
Brad, what about it, Brad?
Simple. You primary from the extremes, then you elect from the center. He's right to call her on it. She is who she is. No one really trusts her. She got a little bit of a tick up, but I think just like Trump is going to win New Hampshire.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Brad and Adam, up next. Andrew Klavan and Robert Spencer. Barack Obama went to a mosque today. What kind of mosque? We'll tell you.